LEGO recently released their own version of the Happy Ghast, and to be expected, it's a bit small and under-detailed. So I decided to make my own version for my custom LEGO Minecraft Savannah Village, and by popular demand, I'm going to teach you how to make your own too. Because this design doesn't use any printed pieces or overly specialized elements, it's delightfully easy to convert to any color harness you'd like to. So hey, let's get to building. To help keep this tutorial a bit more manageable for all our sakes, I'm going to be dividing it into 3 segments, and these are the pieces you'll need to create that first section. There really isn't anything too out of the ordinary here, but I will point out that these are inverted 2x2 tiles. That's why they look different than the 2x2 plates. I will leave a download link to a complete list for all the elements needed to create this model. This is the section of the Ghast that we're going to be building first. It's the bottom and all the tentacles. Start out by grabbing one of the 1x8 bricks and the 1x8 tile, and then you're going to put those 2x2 brackets all along the backside. And once that's done, we can just set that over here for now. Next, grab 2 2x4 plates or a 2x8 plate, and you're going to put the inverted 2x2 tiles on the backside of those. You'll connect them together with some jumper plates. And then in the bottom corner, you'll put a 1x1 brick on each side, and then a 1x1 snot brick on the top. This is going to be facing upward. In between, 2x2 plates. Then facing the opposite direction, you'll put this modified 1x2 plate with the bar attachment. Facing downward, that's where the tentacles will attach, and then leave a gap in between there. And we're going to fill that gap with the door rail piece, a modified 1x2 plate. On top of those, 2x2 plate, 2x2 plate, and then jumpers in the middle. 1x8 brick on the bottom, 1x8 brick on the top. Turn that around real quick, and you can go ahead and put another bar plate there, and fill in the rest with 2x2 plates. And then 2 more 1x8 bricks. I almost forgot, but this is where you can actually add axle holes on the side of your Ghast if you want to connect it like I did in the Ghast Station Savannah Village episode. You can do whatever configuration of these that you want, but this is a good central point that should give the whole model plenty of stability. You can just run an axle through there into your main model to have it floating alongside it. Otherwise, if you just want it to stand on its own, just put the 1x8 bricks there instead. In the middle, another set of jumpers, 2x3 plates on either side, and then you'll align these bar plates with that first row that we did, like that. 1x2 plate, door rail plate, 1x2 plate. Then on the side with the bar attachments, place a 1x3 plate, 1x3 plate, and then on the side with the studs, you can do a 1x3 tile. And then here, both of those can be covered by offset 1x2 tiles. Then we'll take that assembly from earlier, and that's gonna go on the bottom there, and all these studs should be facing upward. Next, let's add some tentacles. You can certainly vary these to be whatever lengths you find best, but this is kind of where I landed. So this one simply got a 1x1 brick. The next one has 2 1x1 bricks. The next one has a 1x1 brick and a 1x1 plate. Going on to the middle row, I'm gonna do one with 2 1x1 bricks, and then one with 2 bricks and a plate. And then for the back, we'll do one with a brick and one of those 2 plate tall bricks, whatever that's called. For that back middle one, I'll do 2 bricks and one of the 2 plate guys. And the last one will be the same. There you go. That's part 1 done. Let's go on to the next section. All right, here's all the parts you're going to need for the second section of our Happy Ghast. Of note here are the blue elements, which, like I mentioned earlier, you can swap out to any color that you want. And that's going to remain true for any other blue elements you come across in this tutorial. You can switch them to any of the 16 dyes in the game. Oh, the top-down view doesn't show this real great, but this 2x6 and this 2x4 are bricks, not plates. So this is the next section that we'll be making, though we'll be making our Ghast with blue instead of lime green. It looks kind of goofy, but don't worry, it'll all come together in the end. The techniques get a little crazy, there's a lot of studs facing different directions, but I promise it's nothing too difficult. All right, first we're gonna start off by grabbing 2 1x4s, or if you have it, a 1x8 plate, 2 2x4s, or a 2x8 plate, and we'll connect these on the sides with 1x3 plates, and then a 2x2 plate right here at the intersection of all the bricks. Here you can place those corner 2x2s just like that, and go ahead and fill in that little gap with a 1x1 tile. And then on this remaining lowered section, go ahead and put 3 jumpers. 2x4 plate goes here, 1x1 tile on either side of that, and 1x1 plates on either side of that. Then on the outermost jumpers, go ahead and put more 1x1 white plates. Set that aside. Next, grab all of your headlight bricks. There should be 8 altogether. You'll want 2 1x2 tiles, and then the grill tiles as well. So this looks kind of goofy, but you'll place a headlight brick into a headlight brick like this, and you'll repeat this 4 times. And you'll connect 2 together with a tile on the bottom, kind of squares things off real nicely, and then the grill tile on the side. And repeat that. So you'll have these funky contraptions. Then go ahead, take the 2x4 brick, and you'll connect these together with corner 2x2 plates. There should be 1 stud overhanging on each side. That's what you should end up with. That's going to attach right here. So you want those 2 overhanging plates to connect to that 2x4 plate from the earlier assembly. And we'll put that off to the side again. We'll grab the 1x2s in light bluish gray, more of those corner 2x2s, and a 1x2 plate. And here we'll make the Happy Ghasts smile with these inverted arch pieces connecting there. And how are you gonna get the rest of this connected? More of these corner 2x2 plates. These were very, very useful while coming up with this design. You can put them on the far edges overlapping the light bluish gray, and then tie everything together with a 1x4 plate. All right, grab a 2x3 plate, then you'll place these inverted curved elements on the bottom of that, and you can lock that into place in the middle to create the smile. An additional 2 2x3 plates can go here on the outside, and then 1x1s in those corners. On top of those, you can place a 1x1 in light bluish gray to get that gill wrinkle texture, you know, funky Ghast stuff. To lock everything into place here, place 2 2x3 plates, or if you have it, a 2x6 plate as well. You can place 1x2 plates on the edges, like that. Tiles right there, and then another 1x4 plate to round that out. 2x4 plate on top of that. More lovely corner plates in, fittingly, the corners. Tiles in that little gap that it leaves behind. More 1x1 tiles here, and then a 1x2 plate in the remaining gap. 1x1 plate in the corner, and light bluish gray tiles on top of those. And all of this is gonna connect right there. You've got this lower section, which will fit into the bracketed bit that we made earlier, but it's not gonna rest real well on the table, so just be aware of that. To help secure things a little better though, we can place this 2x6 brick right there. All right, more fun sub-assemblies. You can make this one twice. Here we'll be adding the eye texture for the ghast. So we'll start out with the bracket, light bluish gray plate on top of that, as well as a light bluish gray plate on the upper part, white plate on the bottom, 1x2 tile right there. Take another bracket, it's gonna go on top of that exposed 1x1 light bluish gray. Then those the plate brick can go right in there, it's perfect height. 1x2 plate out here. Then our first bit of blue, or whatever color you choose, can go there. On the top, white on the bottom, and then the tile down the side there. Looks like that. Then for the ghast's eye, 1x2 black plate, and then a jumper on top of that. Go ahead and make this twice. All right, once you have those built, grab the main assembly here, and you're just gonna wrap this around that tile bit and make sure none of those nasty injection sites are showing. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, and look at that. And the ghast face is starting to come together here. We'll turn it around real quick. Go ahead and place these white 1x1 bricks there. That's just gonna give a little support for the assembly we're about to put on top. Jumper, 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 and then a plate out front, which you will put a jumper on top of, 1x1 plate on top of that, and then the 1x1 tile offset there in the middle. Then take your 1x5 plates. Those are gonna just be the remaining bit of backing there, so that when you look past the small little gap there, you still see black, so it is important that that remains color consistent. And then you can put the little plate brick right behind there. And look at that. That's part 2, done. And these are all the remaining elements you'll need to finish up the model. Let's do this. It's a lot of pieces, but I think you'll find the construction pretty easy here because we're just gonna be building straight up. So here is where we want to add some dimension to the ghast harness. So you're gonna put jumpers, blue jumpers, or whatever color you choose, offset on all these little 1x1s on the edges. Just like that. Once that's done, you can put 1x2 gold plates on top of all of those. On the back, grab a 1x3 plate and then put some 1x1s in gold on top of that. And then in the gap, fill that with a 1x1 plate in the color of your choice. And then the remaining gold 1x1 plates can go on top of that. On these lower gold plates, you can place 1x2 plates in the color of your choice. And then another 1x3 there on the back. I'm just gonna set this down for a second. You're gonna grab your profile bricks, set each of them on top of a 1x2 plate in blue, tiles on top of that, and then a 1x1 snot brick on the side. And that's just to get some of that harness saddle detailing, and you can place those with the 1x1 towards the back of the happy ghast, just like that. Now grab a ton of 1x2 bricks. I'm gonna fill this out a little bit. And for that back bit, go ahead, place down a 1x1 brown plate on either side, brown pip on top of that, another blue 1x2 brick there, and then brown 1x1 bricks on top of the pips. Things are getting a little wobbly right now with all these small pieces, so we can tie things together a bit better by putting these 2x6 plates on either side here. And then above where that profile brick is, go ahead and place an ingot piece, just for some fun additional texture. Go ahead and grab some 1x1 blue plates. Place them on either side of those 1x1 bricks. And you can put a light bluish gray plate on top of each of those. And use your remaining 1x2 blue bricks on the back corners there. Light bluish gray plate here. And then 2 light bluish gray plates here at the front. You can go ahead and grab your mixel ball joint. That's where the goggles will connect. That can go there. 2 more 2x6 plates. Set 1 stud inside, so we're slowly bridging this gap here. 1x3 plate here on the back. You can put those silver studs on the edges of that plate. 1x1 in the middle. And then your last white plate brick right there. 1x2 light bluish gray plates here. And let's go ahead and look at the front here for a second. You can attach some 1x3 plates on either side of that ball joint. Then grab a 1x2 plate in blue and a 1x1. It'll overhang that 1x3 just like that, and you can repeat that on the other side. Just like that. 2x2 light bluish gray plate behind those. White corner right here to connect that all together. And white corners here as well. On either side of the ingot piece, you can place a 1x1 in brown. And then on the other side of that, light bluish gray, 1x1 bricks. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. 2x3 plate. 2x3 plate. And more reddish brown 2x3 plates on top of those. 1x2 in there. Mirrored on the other side. 2x2 on top of that. And mirrored on the other side. 1x2. 1x2. Reddish brown 1x1. Reddish brown 1x1. We're getting real close here. You'll take a 2x6, and this is towards the back half of the Ghast, so leaving 2 studs of space up front, another 1x1 there, 1x1 on the other side, and then a 1x3 in between. And then you can put your 1x5 plates. The color of these doesn't necessarily matter because they'll all be covered up. And you can place all of those as far as they can go, up to that ball joint. Up around the front, you can do 1x2 plate there, 1x1 on the outside. Same thing over here. You'll do light grays behind that, and the light gray 1x2s in front. And now I guess this is as close as we'll get to tiling time. For this, you can really tile it off any way you see fit, but I tried to replicate the texture as best I could. These are odd dimensions to surface. It's 9 studs wide by 8 studs deep. But however you make it happen, will work just fine. We just got a little bit of texture up front, which I think is important to maintain. Now we just need to do the goggles. So for that, we can start by putting this ball element with a bar into that ball joint receiver right there. Grab your remaining pieces, this will be quick and easy. So I've got the blue panels in here, 1x2 plate on the bottom, jumper on the top, 1x1 on top of that, and then the curved piece like that, and you can repeat that. And then you'll want one of these 1x1s with a hole in it. You'll put that on the bottom side of a 1x1 brick with studs on opposite sides. And that'll connect all together like that. And you can press that down here and you should have a good degree of flexibility with those goggles. You're not really able to bring them all the way down, but you can position it how you like it to sit on top of the head there. Then we'll grab the tentacle bit from earlier, and you'll see that these attach quite easily. And just like that, you've got yourself a happy ghast. Thank you so much for watching. If you end up using this tutorial to create your own happy ghast, I'd love to see pictures of your completed model. Send them over to me on Instagram. It would be really cool to see some different colors here as well. I'm excited to see what you all make. Anyway, that's all for this time. I hope you have yourself a fantastic life.